Hello, everyone. We're live. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are enjoying the breeze from No Pants. Just saying. All right. I think it's interesting that the UB2B is messing with me. It says I have no viewers, but yet I'm talking to people. Okay. All right, guys, get your questions in. Thank you, Terry, for putting in the coffee link. And we already have some of those. All right. Interesting oracles this morning. A little something different. Of course, I've done it before, but I think it was important to ask those questions so we can get an idea of what's coming. Maybe, maybe not. We're not in control. So, well, hi, Skip. Where you been? You been in jail too? Okay. What's everybody gonna do this weekend? As soon as the show is over, I've got to batten down the hatches. They're expecting severe weather here. So we're going to send prayers up that it's not too bad. All right. I have no idea what is going on in the world news wise because it's one of them days where I don't want to hear it. I mean, you can tell me, but I don't want to read it or listen to it. Just like some of that stuff has such low vibration, the arguing and the bickering and the dumb. Cooking and working a fundraiser. Good for you, Miss Colleen. Good for you. Let me tell you about Mr. Boomer. This little rotten turd. You want to hear Boomer's story? Oh my gosh. Now I've told a couple people, so I don't remember if I told anybody yesterday or not here or in the humanitarian. Yesterday, no worries, Skip. Do what you got to do, love. Um, yesterday morning, Boomer went outside and he caught a mouse. Why he feels the need to gift this to me, I don't know, but he brings it back in. It's still alive. So he and his brother batted it around. I'm not kidding, for 6 hours, destroying everything in sight. They didn't want to kill it. They wanted to play soccer. So after about 6 hours and knocking off cards, just absolutely destroying everything, I said, that's enough. That's enough. So I just disposed of it myself, took it outside, disposed of it. He was unalived by me. It's getting cooler here, so the field mice are going to try to start coming inside. So late last night, Boomer is outside right before I call him in to come in for the night. I open the door, he comes in, and I didn't realize it until I went down to bent down to pet him and say goodnight to him. He found the mouse that I disposed of and brought it back to me. But he was prancing around like, see what I did? I killed this for you, mother. I'm like, I killed that mouse and you don't get credit for it, you ornery little turd. And then he was mad because I had to pick it up, take it back outside. And he looked at me like, but I did that. Oh, he was taking credit for it. Ornery thing. I praised him. Thank you for destroying the office. Thank you for entertaining me for 6 hours. Thank you for finding it and bringing it back to me for me to dispose of it again. He's such a blessing. Anyway, enough of the crazy cat story. Uh, Lisa, is this a hurricane out in the Pacific? Because I'm only paying attention to the one that's in the Atlantic right now. Hurricane Kiko. Hmm, interesting. It's officially a hurricane, not tropical storm. Like, what number is it? One, two, three. What is it? Go to five, something like that. We are going to keep you in our prayers. Okay. All right, guys. We still got a little room for a few more questions. A little bit of room because I do have a few coffees that I want to get to, plus one email question that I got. I saw Miss Sharon jumped in here right away. She even beat Terry in here today. I was like, woo, somebody is anxious. That's fine. That's fine. Hi, Miss Renee. Good question, Roman. We're going to go over that divination tool. I'll tell you the answer um, when we get to it. It's always use your discernment because it's your personal choice, but I'll give you the backstory on that. Okay. All right. Yeah, Roman, the energy is very. I guess it depends on who you are. You can gauge the energy as if it's thick and draining, and it's like there's something in the air, but you don't know what it is. Like you have an anticipation. And then I've been working on the frequency level. So I'm very light area excited and had more energy to a point. Really just depends on what I'm doing. If I'm mouse hunting for 12 hours a day, I don't, have a lot of energy, but I think it's just everybody depends on your area, where you're at, how you're feeling on your spiritual journey. But yeah, the energies they're odd, but they're very personal. I think as a collective, we're doing quite well because the Schumann actually shows that. Just thick. Yeah, it's almost like it's tangible that you can cut it. Now, as a reminder, we do have the blood moon this weekend. Now, that is, from my point of view, in the biblical sense, that is the creator. It's God's warning something's coming. Like, thanks, Dad. Kind of know that. But yeah, that's to let everybody know. A lot of people just watching, yeah, whatever. We've seen them before and just let it go. And then, of course, we have an eclipse later in the month around the 21st, the last day of summer, I believe, as we go into fall. It's another, I always say that the heavens, the second heaven, which is the stars, the moon, the sun, all that, that's that's God's billboard. And he tells us with zodiac and all of that stuff, warnings and signs and symbols, and a lot of that is biblical. It's metaphoric, when they say crowns and dragons and stuff, it's actually just shapes of stars if you know how to interpret it. And I am not an expert. That's my opinion. Uh, but raised up in the church, we were always told, you stay away from that astronomy stuff. That's evil. I'm like, but I remember being young and asking the preacher, well, if we're not supposed to pay attention to it, how did the Magi find Christ when he was born? Just asking, because it says that's how they did it. Anyway, Remy, I don't think patience is any of our specialties, but we're working on it. We are a work in progress. All right, guys, let's let's pause the questions. Let me put our banner up because I got coffee questions added onto these as well. All right. And if we zip through them, I'll open them back up. Marcy, go have fun with mom. Have a beautiful weekend. And if you've got questions in here, I'll get them. You just watch the replay. I was looking down and I was like, how much boomer hair do I have on me? Okay. All right, guys. Is Julesy in here? There she is. I'm so proud of you, honey. You're not in jail. That's good. That's good. We're making progress. All right. I see you, Miss Kathy. I got it. You were probably typing as soon as I said pause, so I'll get you. Topatry, patience is your specialty. Is it? Riding dragons is your specialty. All right. All right, guys. Let's jump over here to coffees. All right. We are going to start with Miss Wyletta wants to know how much Benadryl to order. I mean, no, that's not what she wants to know. Let me put my camera up here. Look, speaking of Wyletta, look at her sliding this question in here. What are you doing? I'll tell you what. I will star that. Nay. She's, oh, sorry. Tell you what. I will get it. Let's go ahead and close the questions. That'll put us up and above our numbers. Okay. All right. So Miss Wyletta just wants to know, how's my weekend look? Well, how many deals you got coming? All right. Let's see. Miss Wyletta's weekend. I know, Miss Wyletta, you are determined. I don't want to argue with nobody. I know you don't. Starting out. I just want to start my weekend. Let's get on with it. Well, I like the attitude. Okay, so past weekends haven't been very good. This is the tower. I'm going to try to put these in view so you can see them. Limited space here. Good, good. Family time. Okay, hanging out with the youngins. Curious to know if you've got plans, like so you've got lots of options ahead of you. Are you considering doing something that you used to do with the kiddos? Or you want to try something new? It's like you want to do something you used to do. This is nostalgic, childhood memories, that kind of stuff. And the kids are like, can't we do something different? Which is typical, especially if you have teenagers. You have a great weekend because you're tired of having bad weekends. Like I have learned, nope, I'm planning ahead. Let's do something together. This is family time. You have lots of options emotionally. What makes you happy? This is doing stuff with the kiddos. It looks good, darling. I don't see anything negative here. And money doesn't look detrimental. I know nobody's in a good position right now financially, but it's not detrimental. Okay. Not planning anything, cleaning only. Well, I think your kids have other things in mind. So when they come to you and go, Mom, can we go to the mall and stuff like that? Does anybody go to the mall anymore? I don't know. I'm a Gen X kid, so I think your kids might want to do something. Okay. But good weekend. I don't see any negativity here. Now, if cleaning makes you happy, then you just come on over here and see me and I'll give you work. I'll make you the happiest person on the planet. Okay. Um, where are we at? Miss Sharon. Jen, any messages from spirit today? I feel queasy, tired, no sleep for days. What is going on? Well, it might be tied in with the energies that we're all feeling. You're just in that thickness of it, but we'll take a peek. Sharon, do you have anticipation of something coming? It's like you're waiting for the shoe to drop. And it's almost it's taking a toll on you. You're waiting for something. And it could be subconsciously. Okay. Making deals. Are you making contracts with the creator? Let's pull some more. We got some aces here. Okay, so financial gifts in the past, that's where your focus was. Now it's more focused to the emotional side. I just want people happy. The money will help. Let's sign these contracts. I'm waiting on God. Sounds very familiar. Oh, but this asshole's always in the way. And the devil's a representation of temptations. I don't know if it's addictions. It can be addictions, unless you're addicted to something. To avoid all of this stuff, because he's always messing with people. Your mind frame, your mindset and your heart are all on God, and this guy's ticked off about it, if that makes sense. And he brings in those feelings. Just continue with the love energy. These are contracts. It's like you're ready to make some deals. You want this wrapped up. Let's move on with it. Help people in the community, justice. Now, this could be contracts, legal system. This can be a lawyer card. This is, I don't know. Are you waiting on something legally? Because there's a block here, but it looks like it's going to happen because this is wrapping it up. So, Miss Sharon, you got a lot on your mind. You're trying to stay focused on the positive in prayer with God, and the devil don't like it. But you've also got some legal stuff that's kind of looming over, if that makes sense. You'll confirm or not. And if you've told me before, you got to remember how many clients I have. I don't remember everything. Okay. Miss Louise, honey, within the 19 cities, what is the radius? Are we doing math? Oh, she's gonna make me do math. In miles, that we should be concerned about. Those of us near big cities, will there be overflowing conflicts? Oh, okay. So based on like the reading this morning, these 17 cities, they want to kind of stop the conflict, and you want to know how far outside the city is it going to go, right? Okay. Let's try pendulum for this. That way it's a little bit more accurate with numbers. So we're going to ask Divine Spirit, outside of these big cities, could it, like, how far out in the suburbs, how many miles could it go? Oh, it's not pulling towards numbers, it's pulling towards letters. Okay. Oh, it says that it won't. It won't go outside of the city. So if you're in a suburb or the outskirts, it's really just going to be in the hub of the major city, but the military is going to make sure, and law enforcement, that it doesn't spread out. Well, that's encouraging. It says that it won't spread out that far. Yeah. Oh, that's right, Sharon, the Camp Lejeune thing. Well, according to this, you might actually hear something that it's wrapping up. Okay. So Miss Louise, I do not, Spirit doesn't anticipate outside of the heart of the city. That's encouraging. All right. Someone, good afternoon, Jen. Good afternoon. I recently found out I have 2 lawsuits filed against me due to non-payment of credit cards. I know. Okay. Sorry. The Spirit advised me to settle the disputes prior to the RV. I have received paperwork from attorneys stating they would like to help me with this matter. Oh, I'm sure they would. Bless their heart. Please and thank you. Okay. All right. Let's take a look. Should you resolve these matters? What does Spirit say about these disputes prior to the RV? Nassar cancels all debt. So, my opinion, I'd tell him to fuck off. But let's see what Spirit said. They might tell you something different. Hmm. In the past, it says, yeah, just for the peace of mind, but currently this RV is coming before you have to worry about anything. Of course, they're going to say we're not going to tell you when it is. Um, but the lawyers involved, this is for their benefit. I would avoid them like the plague. This is celebration that the RV is coming before you need to worry about it. So according to Spirit, it says just leave it be. You'll be able to, all that'll be taken care of when you get your money. Okay. Lawyers, because this guy's about justice, court system, they just sitting pretty. This is their cocky way of cashing in on your debt. Because they've got secret alternatives. According to this, I wouldn't worry about your debt. But I am not a financial advisor. So But it says that your money is coming before you need to take action with anything. Okie dokie. All right. Next coffee question. Let's see. Hey, Jen, mom is still not home or here. Will you pull a storyline on this? Okay. Wondering if Lois has transitioned in the other timeline and they've gone for life review or what the hell? Okay. All right. We'll say that like JoJo. What the hell? All right. Where's Mama Lois? What's she been doing? At least your dragon's not coming in here and run me out of the room. By the way, Joe, how's the energy around the property at night? Have you had any peace? Oh, has she been called home? There's your life review. Okay. Don't believe these two. All right. So these are the thoughts that can come into your head that this guy implants and messes with you and says, she don't want to be around you. Okay. No, she's been, and this is giving and receiving, helping others. She hanging out with other siblings? Yeah, I think she is. I think she's taking her time with you and Miss Eve, and she has moved on. Those that might need her. So you've got other siblings that she's kind of hanging out with. So if you're wondering, um, she has done her life review and stuff. So now these guys ignore the thoughts of where she could be. Is she blocked? All that kind of stuff. We just, they do the FO with him. No, she's helping others, and these are other kids that she's got who aren't as close to her. That's where her journey is right now. But she's already been and gotten her fractal and done all that. So now she's just hanging out with other kiddos. They probably don't even know it. Okay. I'm glad it's much better there. Yeah, she's just making her rounds with kids. Yep. That's what she's doing. I see. She's not worried about you. You and Eve have got it down. Y'all know what to do. You've taken control of your life. She's like, you guys are good, but my other kids kind of need me, so that's where I'm going to go. Okay. She's just doing her mama rounds. Okay. But yeah, that judgment card says that she's already been home, so that means the fractals have already gathered, all of them, and they've gone home, done life review, and God's kind of like, you can go down there and kind of guide them if you want to and help them out. So that's what she's doing. So she might be with Miss Kathy or something, flickering her lights or, whatever that may be, but she's okay. Your dad's hanging out with you. Yeah, maybe they're just swapping out. That's all right. Enjoy. And you're very welcome. All right. Skip's got the next one. Will Savannah take our concerns about her daughter seriously? Or will she just blow it off as coming from a couple of nutcases? It's so nice to be called a nutcase. Y'all bet she crazy. Yeah, aren't we all? All right, so is she going to take this seriously? Now, Skip, always remember we can't control what other people do as much as you want to bang their head into a wall. I mean, softly convince them it's the right thing to do. They make their own choices. Let's see what choice. Very reckless. Ugh. Okay. This on again, off again thing. She will, but it's like I will when I want to. And it's one of those my child is a concern when it's convenient for me. Okay? But I got to do my thing. So one minute she's on a mission to take things seriously with the child and the next minute it's like whatever, I don't care. Very flip-floppy here. Okay? At first, yeah. Okay, let's do what we got to do to help this child and then it's like but now it's an inconvenience. Lean on you, ho. You've done everything you can. You just take care of or pray for this child. She's making decisions based on like it comes and goes, kind of like a fart in the wind. You know, she just does what she wants to do. There's no solid, yeah, she's going to turn her life around, or no, she doesn't give a crap at all. It's just like, whatever. If she's in the mood. I wish I could tell you something stronger. Sorry. Just pray, honey. Pray for the child. Pray for her that she makes the decision. So, all right. Let me see if that was all the coffees. It was. All right. Let's jump over here and do some start questions. JoJo, she just might be with Becky. All right. Let's see. First one up, Miss Sharon. All right. Granddaughter have second thoughts yet about moving to South Carolina? Is she homesick yet? Have not heard a word from her. Breathe, Miss Sharon, breathe. I know what you wish would happen for this, but let's take a deeper look. Okay, sunshine, I'll check it just a second. All right. Let's find out about this granddaughter. Has she changed her mind or is she homesick? Or is she just in a honeymoon phase? There's the sharp tongued husband, right? Oh dear. Yeah. Depression, ready to walk away because he's got a mouth on him, wants to take action, wants to. This is in the future. She will see that, yes, divine creator is watching out for her, but this is also, yeah, she's going to see that she's better off by herself. Hermits, that's what the meaning is. She will change her mind. Okay. But it's in her control. Yes, Wings. So Wings is saying don't try to push her one way or another because if you push her too hard, she may revolt. I think she's at the point she doesn't want anybody to tell her what to do. Let her make the decision. So in the future, this can be new home. Yeah, depression is set in, but this guy with the sharp tongue makes her want to leave, take action and leave, be by herself. Looks like I am so sorry that I ever married this dude. Yeah, she's realizing this isn't something that she has to learn on her path, that emotional fulfillment will come being by herself. Be patient. Let her make that decision. I know you want to help as grandma and great grandma, but you've got to let go, let God. All right. I know. I know. You're going to be tasting blood because you're going to bite in your tongue so much. Give her time. They've got to wake up to it. I know you saw it coming a mile away, but she's got to see it. Okay. All right. Let me refresh this coffee page. All right. Okay, sunshine, here we go. While visiting Istanbul, I always heard that was a beautiful place. There was a building lit in red at night. For 2 nights, I noticed a cloud of energy over the building and another cloud to the right. You felt that the cloud over the building was evil, and the cloud to the right felt like a spaceship. Did my blessing of land help it, or more is needed? Something more to do? All right, let me take this off and then answer the sunshine. All right, let's gauge the blessings that you did. And continued prayer is always the greatest thing you can do. But let's see. You did. This is conflict. There's a spiritual battle going on in this area, but this is healing. So this is confirming you did quite well. I think have you have plans on going back here? But you thought, this is financial corruption. No surprise there, right? Oh, I think you're correct on the energy that's to the side, the cloud that you thought that was a spaceship. This is Federation hat stuff. They're pushing them out. They're setting boundaries. So that negativity that's in there, yes, you did. This is 17. That's galactic. Absolutely. But it's also you helped heal it. These are all white hats. That energy is changing. It's going to take a little while. So just continue to bless it. The kingpins have been controlling all these finances and calling the shots, just like everywhere else in the world, are facing justice. So it is being cleaned up in the physical. Let's continue to pray in the spiritual. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, this galactic is there. So are the white hats, and they are pushing them out. They're fighting, but yeah, they're going to get justice. But you just keep pushing and praying in the spiritual that it completes. Okay. But good job. All right. All righty. Let's go. Miss Colleen has the next one. I was guided to watch a segment on X39 patches. Do you see these being the answer to my prayers? Okay. Somebody asked that not too long ago, and I remember the answer being it really depends on who it is. Yes, they're out to make money, but it was almost it had something to do with genetics. So it works on some people and it doesn't work on others, like most things. But let's take a look and see if it'll help you. I know everybody's anxious for the med beds, and yes, we want them, but there is a tier system of who gets in them. Of course, we want the littles, their babies, to get in there. Our veterans will eventually get in there. We got to do something in the meantime, right? So we've got lots of options. Red light therapy, maybe it's the X39. Let's see. Would they work on Colleen? They help heal Colleen. Hmm. Mm. I think it depends on what it is. Don't they make different types? Over time, with your own emotional and spiritual healing, that is more of an issue here. Now, they're going to try to talk you into, like any salesman, but this one would help. Add this one and then add this one because that's the money game. But it can count. You can have counteraction to stuff. They'll counter react to each other or something. This is you're going to have to stand your ground. I don't know which patch that you're wanting to use. Now, this is victory and celebration. You're going to have to use your discernment of which one you need. They're going to try to sell you all of it, but that's not good for you. Oh, yeah. God said, if you give me time, He said, I'll heal you. Okay. Worry and anxiety is causing a lot of the physical, which we all know. This anxiety, if you can get control over the spiritual and emotional, that'll help heal the body. You've got to stand up. All right. Because that is just going to counteract the work of the patches. If you can handle working on that inner shadow work, the patches can help with the physical, but it's really, really more internal, spiritual. We need a moment with God to take all that worry away. It can help. Just don't let them sell you everything. It's not going to be the miracle cure. The answer to your prayers is God Himself and releasing all of that energy that is, it's tearing your body down. And it does. Okay. Yeah. So you're going to have to, if you do want to try it, it's not saying don't try it, but we've got to do some spiritual healing on top of it. Just use your discernment. Don't let them try to sell you the whole kit and caboodle because, like I said, they're salesmen. They just want to make a profit, and I get it. You're welcome, honey. All right. Miss Marcy, at the center of the emerald hallway, is there a button? When pushed, will flip everything. Miss Marcy has the coolest questions, and I'm like, are we in Oz? Okay. All right, let's see. Emerald hallway, is there a button? When pushed, will flip everything. All right. Are we pushing buttons? I don't think that that's the only thing here. It's going in it yeah, it's in tandem with something else. These 2 working together. Yeah, it's misinformation if somebody's pushing information that that's the only thing that has to be done. That's false information. Something else goes with it. There's something here with Gaia. Something is with Gaia. Speeds it up. That brings more balance to it. They work in tandem. There's something missing here. You do have a piece of the puzzle, but we're missing something. We're not seeing something else here because this is distraction. It works in tandem with something else. Always has since the beginning of time. That's the Adam and Eve kind of thing. So whoever's saying that's the only move, that's not true. It's something Gaia's got. Maybe it's her frequency that's got to level up, balance out, and then they work together. So it's part of it, but not all of it. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Sunshine's got the next one. There were flashing lights in a cloud formation to the east last night. What was it? And we're assuming it's not lightning, right? All right. Divine. Something changed. It's all good. It's all positive. I kept picking up, Wings kept saying that it had something to do with the frequencies resetting. I don't know what that means, but okay. This is all divine. It's energy being released for all generations. In the past, this is going to help us move to the new beginning. I don't think everybody saw this, Sunshine, because this is messaging and communication. So there is a communication, but I don't think it was for everybody to see. It's a work in progress that they're offering beautiful energy here. The cup cards are almost fulfilled. Nines are getting there. We're almost done. We're going to continue to work on it, but we're almost there. We got to do one more because tens wrap it up. It's almost like they're pushing out good frequencies. Not everybody is seeing this, though. That's interesting. I didn't get the star card or anything galactic. I don't know what it is, but it's positive. It's divine. There's something about frequency and energy there that's to help all generations. And we're almost there. We got a little bit, one more to do. It's positive. I'd look for it again because if they're not done yet, you're probably going to see it again. All right. Yeah, Remy, I knew that the Bill Gates times 0.18, whatever number he is now, that is exposure. because he's evil. And for him to come out and say, let's embed all this tracking stuff into your skin so you can't get it off, it's exposing him. It's to wake people up. And I still cannot figure out how people don't see it, but some are in a deeper coma and sleep than we ever imagined. All right. All right. Let's do the next one. All right, Marsha White. Okay, can you please tell me what the next 2 weeks look like for me? Making some changes and need some guidance. Thank you for all what you do. You're welcome. All right, 2 weeks out. Boy, you have taken some action. These are actions that are going to make you happy. It was a tough decision. Well, don't fear it. Okay, what I'm getting. Have you removed someone from the home or thinking about removing someone from the home or just moving in general? It's like there's conflict. There's an overbearing energy here that is absolutely just wearing you down. It's a tough decision. But you're just at the point, I am so sick and tired of this. My gut is telling me I need to get out. I need to do something. Maybe it's somebody you work with. I don't there's somebody that is absolutely overbearing you, and you've got to get rid of them in order to really financial freedom, emotional freedom. It's going to be a little sticky, but move forward with your plan. You're going to get a fight out of whoever's there's somebody objecting to it. But you know that you need to do this for yourself, and it'll be worth it. Okay? Yeah, stick to your guns. Don't let anybody talk you out of whatever your plans are. Don't let the overbearing person control the situation. You make your own decisions. And if you want happiness and freedom, you do what you got to do. All right. Remy's got this one. Any messages for Raw? All right. All right. Remy, what do we got going on? How are you healing, darling? Are you still drinking like soup and milkshakes? All right, Remy, honey. This is according to spirit. They want to focus on the manhunt. Okay. You would like to have some male companionship that would kind of stabilize your life. so to speak, share your life with, but handle all the tough stuff. Right now, this is a huge distraction to you. You do not need this in your life. You're afraid. You've been afraid. I don't want to live the rest of my life alone. You kind of feel like you're stuck. You're in limbo. If you will just be patient, I know. Just, I'm going to record it and put it on repeat. He's coming in the future and he will message you and talk to you. But the hunting, you're going to have to put the dog up. The dog ain't meant to hunt right now, okay? Your life is going to get better, but you're worried. I don't want to live the rest of my life by myself. You're not. Right now is a time to where you need to learn to love yourself. All right. So companionship is not on the table right now, but if you be patient, get a different perspective and get enlightened about your own life, do that mirror work that you got to work on. Stay focused on that. That's when he comes in. Okay? Yeah. So we're going to get Remy to the best way Remy can be. And then we'll worry about bringing in the man. All right? You're going to do all that self work and you're going to make yourself better emotionally stable and happy. When you're happy, that's attractive. Okay? All right. So every time you're thinking, I need to go hunting for a man this weekend. No, Remy. No, we're not. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, Skip, you got the next one. If he's still with us, I know he had to go to work. All right. There was reported a ship captured that contained 1,355-gallon drums of precursors for meth. Oh, lovely. It's better and better every day. Was it really for the Sinaloa cartel in Mexico or for black hats inside of the U.S.? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Okay. All right, Skip. What was this meant for? I'm going to pull 2 rows. The top row is going to be for the cartel. The bottom row is going to be for, like, was the cabal going to use it? Because they might go hand in hand. So let's see who's going to control it. Because we know they're not going to tell us anything on the news. Hmm. Ugh. Okay, so they go hand in hand. So you have a cartel leader here. I know you're all going to go, but that's Mr. T. Not all the time. Okay, he's negatively aspected here. So there's a fight amongst the cartels for territory right now because of them being taken down, basically. The leader of the cartel, yes, Wings. Okay, thank you. The leader of the cartel is not happy. Now, Wings is also letting me know that Mr. T is involved in this. He knew their secrets. Okay. Now, remember I kind of told you that they would go hand in hand with the deep state? This is leaning more towards the deep state had control over this using the cartels. So they go hand in hand. The deep state was going to use this, not drugs, okay, for unaliving boom booms. Does that make sense? I don't know what's in the barrel, but if it's got something to do with meth, it's toxic. So they were going to use these loss of life. Okay. They go hand in hand. But there's so much conflict up here in the cartel stuff that I'm almost wondering if somebody snitched. Yeah, we're all good now. It's in the hands of the good guys. Smoke and mirrors, media wise, you're not going to hear all of this. Somebody snitch on them? Yeah, they had a tough decision to make. Somebody that not in the cartel anymore, I think actually said here's where they make their deals or where you can pick it up, and that's how it happened. There is still more to this story, and they're not telling me what it is. That means it's just a reminder, keep your head on the swivel because that's only one of their plans. But the good guys, it's in the hands of the good guys now. That's good. So all honor and glory to God for that. All right. So cartel, but also deep state for inside the U.S. for boomy booms. Oh, these evil bastards. What? Okay. All right. Skip's got the next one. What is going on with these nitazines? Don't make me, I'm redneck. I don't pronounce these things. Nitazines. Nitazines. All right. Who brought these drugs that are 40 times more potent than fentanyl into the world? Is it the CIA like happened with LSD? Well, aren't they behind everything? Let's take a look. That makes sense, Skip. All right, let's take a look about this stuff. 40 times more potent than fentanyl. You can touch fentanyl and die. What in the world does this stuff do? I have a frog in my throat. Wings. Not nice. Want to do that? He knows to kind of soothe it out, and he goes at first. He's so funny. Who is behind it? CIA. The problem with that 3-letter agency is they've cleaned a lot of it up, but it's the rogue ones that you have to worry about. Wow. So they've learned how to mastercraft these drugs. So fentanyl's way down here. They have just increased it, increased it, increased it, increased it. And it's this master craftsman card, and they've continued to work on it. And it's almost like that it's hard to detect. But here's the good guys. All right. White hats have known about this information for a long time, so don't worry about it. Okay, we're on a good path. Yes to the CIA. Wow. And this is magician's trick. That means they were going to put it in stuff that you would have never thought it would be in. CIA tricks, they're everywhere. But they were going to embed it, smoke and mirrors. You wouldn't even know it. But they have mastered the drug potency so bad. But the white hats knew about it. But that's your confirmation for CIA. Yeah. I'm getting that this is such a powerful thing that's an addiction. Is almost, unless God himself cures it. Wow. It actually acts like LSD, Skip, because this is like illusion, like what's the word? What is the word I'm looking for? like you're tripping on acid and your hallucinations. Yeah, it takes you to this emotional state, hallucinations, and you don't know whether you're coming or going. Wow. Yeah, mass delusions. Yeah, all the above. This is some powerful stuff. But it looks like the good guys have got control of this. All honor and glory again to God. It said, don't worry about it. But man, could you imagine, if we didn't have this brief timeline switched where we've got a season of good, if the cackling hyena would have got into office, they would have put it in all of our stuff. Because it feels like that it has such a strong addiction level to it. They would have put it in everything, get you to consume more, and then you can't live without it. It's just an ongoing vicious cycle. Messes with your mind. You can't have a clear mind, clogs the pineal, all that stuff. These people are wicked. Yeah. All right. Roman's got the next one. Hello, darling. May I have a message of insight, guidance, and advice from Spirit? Sure. Hire me if you want to kill a mouse because my cat doesn't do it. That's some advice. All right, some advice for Roman. Wings. You're so funny. He goes, enjoy Big Brother. Okay. Roman, honey, stop being so hard on yourself. You're still very, very, very tough on yourself. All right. For, when it comes to decision making in your life, don't blame yourself. All right. Get excited. You are working out what your future is going to be. And this tells your options are endless. You're going to have so many options. This is the main concern. We start with this. That's overall. Spirit's trying to get your attention to say your life is just beginning. Stop being so hard on yourself. You've got to learn to love yourself more. This is the happily ever after family, emotional happiness. But you got a tongue that is sharp. You're very patient with others, but not yourself. Very sharp tongue towards yourself. Very kind and loving to other people, but you need to be that way towards you. So Divine Spirit says, love you first. Get excited about the rest of your life. You need to have more patience with you. Okay? All right. I don't know if you expected that answer, but that's what they're focusing on. All right. No worries, Skip. We don't mind deep questions around here. On point. Thought I was as best I can. Well, you just go slow. Nobody jumps up here overnight, darling. Just go little baby steps. Well, it's just those little things when you start catching yourself getting angry with yourself or frustrated over a condition or a situation. Take a deep breath and go, God's got this. All right. You're all right. We don't solve. We ain't Jesus, darling. We don't solve it in a blink of an eye. Okay. All right. Yeah, we give everybody else mercy and grace, and we're the last on the list. And we want to know why we get so worn out and burn out. It's because we need to have mercy and grace and love, unconditional love for ourselves. All right. All right. Miss Pam's got this one. May I have a message from Spirit? All right. Can you hear me now? I had a mic problem. Wings goes, they can't hear you. Great. Okay. Give me a 5x5 if you can hear me. The mic just went crazy. Okay. All right. Anyway, Wings was just telling me, for Roman to be patient, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't become this sassy overnight. And Wings said, yeah, you kind of did, but all right. I was born that way. All right, Miss Pam, what do we got going on? Are you feeling a little anxious about something? You may not even know what it is. It's almost just like butterflies there. All right, Miss Thing, look at you. Yeah, there's something there. Okay. You're working on it, though. This is drawing inner strength from past tower moments. It's almost, you've got this anticipation. You feel stuck intuitively, like something's up because of past events, but you're trying to draw inner strength. You're one tough cookie. You got to trust that intuition more. All right. You're in a transition phase right now. Stable, looking towards the future. I'm just curious about this tower moment. There is something that has happened in your life. It's almost like there's a fear that it's going to happen again, but you're drawing inner strength going, You're claiming it, your sovereignty, your independence. Like, I got this. You're learning to trust your intuition. See, this is a childhood memory or a sibling issue. There is something here that has happened in the past that it's over. It's done with. You don't need to worry about it. But it keeps coming and creeping back in. You need to tame it, put it to bed, and go, hush. Okay. That cycle is over. This is the death card. All right. Trust your gut. So Spirit's like, you're tougher than you think, and that stuff's not going to happen again. It's okay. Hey, Rock. Have a good weekend, sweetie. Don't work too hard. Y'all should check out Rock's videos recently. He's doing some of his perception of some biblical things. I always like to hear him. He's got great insight. You don't have to agree with him, but he's got great. It's just like me, you don't have to agree with us, but we have our own perspective. I encourage you to listen to Rock. All right, so Miss Pam, don't live in the past, sweetheart. Let's move forward. There's no fear here of repetitive cycles. Miss Joby, how are you, honey? Any messages from spirit guides? Are you still in the Maldives? Just curious. I told Lee the other day that was one of the places that I'd like to visit someday. It just looks absolutely beautiful. Celebration. You need to get some more rest. Well, you've got good cards. You're not thinking of moving again, are you? But you can't right yet. Are you thinking about moving again? You're welcome, Pam. Hello, Cimarex. Welcome. Welcome. Are you your fellow tarot reader? Welcome. Welcome to the crazy house. If you're a black sheep crazy person, you're in the right place. Joby, I'm curious to know if you just feel kind of stuck. I mean, you're in a good place, but is your husband's job going to take you somewhere else? You might be learning that be traveling. You're in a good place. These are beautiful cards. Getting a new perspective on things. I'll avoid that. Okay. A little bit of a warning here. So he can be a thief and liar card, manipulator. You need to stand your ground. Not your husband. There's someone in the picture. Oh, thanks, Wings. He said a father and father-like person, father-in-law. Someone's lying to you about something. Stand your ground. I don't know. He just likes to BS you. Ugh. It's just negative energy. It's almost like he's all talk and no action. You've got plans that you and your husband want to do, and it's almost like, I don't know, he's just trying to hinder it. All right, Simrex is going to fit in just fine because he's crazy. He likes tarot, reads tarot. Beautiful. We're crazy. All right, Miss Colleen, you're next, sweetie. It's been a rough week, but I finally got to sleep last night. Woohoo! Parday. Did Wyletta drug you with Benadryl? Just asking. Asking for a friend. For some reason, Nino Rodriguez was in my dream. Was he yelling? Okay. Is this a message to watch his show or what? Nino, he's great. He's a great patriot, but I tell you, sometimes his energy, I'm like, Nino, shut up. Let your guest speak, please. That's just me. All right. Let's see. Should you watch? I would use your discernment. You know, he might have some guests or some topics that really stand out. Best advice is go on his main page, look at the titles of his videos, and see what stands out. He has some interesting guests on there. Sometimes we get the same old, and they don't really tell us anything. And unless you pay to go to his back channel, and I don't want to have to pay somebody for intel. If we dig a little deeper, we could find out ourselves. All right. Okay. You're thinking about trying something new. Yeah, just kind of watch and observe. Maybe watch a couple of them and see kind of. Well, you have been tired, haven't you, darling? Yeah. take Nino with a grain of salt. You're going to have patience to watch Nino. He's high energy a lot of times, and learn to control your volume. He does. He does. Watch it for the guests. He's a great guy. I get good energy. He's high level energy there. So he has beautiful guests that offer great information. Yeah, give it a shot. Just go check it out. Use your discernment. Be patient, and if something stands out, look to see the shows that he has where he has specific guests and topics. Okay. All right. Well, hi, Mary Jean. How you, darling? You got a cat that gets on the table. Yeah, I have a. They used to do that when they were little. I trained them. You don't want to hurt them. So I put a little bit of water in a spray bottle and I'd spritz them, and they don't like that. Now, if you have a cat that likes getting a bath, that's not going to work. But they learn not to get up there. Okay. Yeah, Jojo, his Nina's volume. Whoo, turn it up or turn it down. I mute it is what I do, but that's all right. Yeah, he's not a nut. He's like the rest of it. He's trying to find his way in the world and trying to feel out different things and discern. And so he has a wide spectrum of guests. And I appreciate that. He's not all on one side or the other. All right. Here we go, guys. Romans got this one. Now, I'm going to tell you my opinion and then I'm going to pull cards for you because I don't want you to just take my word for it. Is it safe now to use the Ouija board as a communication tool? I would prefer the letters and accuracy. I understand. Now, I want you to understand something. My opinion, because we deep dive the history of Ouija boards once, and the energy and the curse around them was very, very dark. Okay. Like anything, if you welcome spirit in and you're not specific that you only want the divine, honey, you can get any kind of spirit with any divination tool, with tarot, pendulum, dowsing rods, any of this stuff can welcome in the wrong spirits. This is why prayer, cleansing, and rebuking evil is important. Now, you're going to do your thing. I absolutely refuse to use a Ouija board because I don't like the history and the cursing around it. Okay. Cursing isn't not bad words, but it's just like it's open ended to any spirit. I don't like it. Now, if you prefer letters and accuracy, then I would highly make, like, this is a mat, but I have the wooden boards and they sell them for just a few dollars. If you want it kind of reminds you of a Ouija, but using the pendulum, they're very easy to cleanse and you can get whatever type you like. I would let it talk to you if you're looking for a pendulum. And you use it. It's kind of like the same thing. This is just more divine to me. But you can get these simple boards that have the letters and numbers and months and days of the week if you want specifics. Okay. But it avoids the Ouija board. That's my opinion. Now let's pull cards to see if you should do this or not. Yeah, there's just something about the history of the Ouija. I don't know. It's like when they created them, they put the energy into all future generations of the boards, and that it was open ended to any spirit that wanted to come in. And I'm like, oh hell no, no, we're not. We don't dance with the devil around here. If it's not of God, I don't want it. unfortunately, we start out with this. You don't know. You could dark or light energy here, darling. Yeah, you stay away from this. Oh, it's not good energy. Nope. Do not like it. This bottom one, yeah, move away from that idea. This bottom one is I'm looking at the asking about the pendulum. If you get a little pendulum board with the numbers, that is what they're leaning towards. This would make you happier. It's easier to use. Move away from the Ouija idea. This is like, nope, wrap it up. It's the end and completion. This pendulum for you is more stable. It's easier to watch, understand, cleanse. Ouija, you could get dark energy, you could get light energy, and they come in quite fast. And they a lot of times don't. Yes, Wings. He said this is a portal. You're opening up to anything. So this is recommending that if you want to do the pendulum, that's a better option. Okay, love? All right. Thanks, Wings. I know. Cimarex, I agree. I agree. They sell it as a kid's game. And I'm like, these kids don't know what they're doing. And the devil knows that. The devil knows that. And because little kids picking up a pendulum, you got to know how to hold this and feel, engage the energy, cleanse them and everything. Ugh, it's scary. We need to pray for these kids because they're not taught any better. All right. Miss Renee, could I please have a message from Spurt? All right. What does Spirit have to say for Miss Renee? Miss Renee, you'll be happy to know that there is a lot of cleanup in the Mormon church right now. Yeah, that's what I was picking up on. They're trying to take down. I don't think that the Mormon faith is ever going to go away. I could be wrong, but I kept picking up that you need to be aware that the people that are controlling it now, no, it's falling apart. You're going to be celebrating. You're going to be happy to know this. Justice is being served. Pay attention to the news cycles in the media and stuff. Sometimes you have to dig deep. It's going to be on like page 10 of a newspaper, but there is stuff out there explaining the corruption and what they've been doing underground. And this card always, this can represent their little drinking drink. They are highly involved with this. The higher ups that are sitting pretty with their smug attitudes. Yeah. In the future, this is a success. But I think something might bloom out of the Mormon church. I think you're going to see something gorgeous come out of this. Yeah, for humanitarian. Instead of everyone giving the money to the church, they're going to say, you know what, we're not doing this anymore. Let's start a program where we take the money that's coming in. We're not helping ourselves. We're going to help humanity. I think, Renee, that they wanted to focus on the church because that energy is heavy around your family and extended family. So they want you to know the evil behind that is going to get their just due. But not just, excuse me, taking it down, but building something beautiful out of it. So this is good. All honor and glory to God. You know, judgment starts in the house of the Lord. You can label any building a church, but that doesn't mean it is. You know what I mean? Miss Moon. What we got, love? All right.
Is it true white hat's now in control of HARP, the weather? If so, there will be no more destructive storms. Well, we'd like to hope so. Now, I heard that it was completely destroyed, but HARP isn't the only system that they use. But let's check to see specifically if HARP has been, if it's in the control of the White Hats, or maybe it's been completely dismantled. Wings is showing me. Is there more? I know that we have the harp one that's in Alaska. Don't we have more? He's showing me multiple locations that they call harp. Interesting. Yeah, I just wonder if it's going to have a new purpose, new change of hands. There's something new that it can do. Maybe it wasn't built for. Obviously, the original idea was not to be negative. Yeah, they took this over a long time ago, but they're moving forward with new plans. It's like HARP is there. I don't get dismantled. Deep State still wants control. And I think the Deep State has control of some of the other ones Wings is showing me. Maybe they don't. The big one in Alaska, they've captured. I don't. Yeah, there's multiples here. Deep State still has control over some of them, but the military is watching them. Now, this is Triumph. They're gonna get control, but the main one that's in Alaska has been repurposed. I don't really know the history. I'd have to look it up of what the original intent was. Was it communication? I don't know what it was, free energy or whatever, but they manipulated it. So that one's good, but we're looking in the future for the military to take over the other ones. So, destructive storms in the future. They're going to do what is best for humanity. So, this is telling me, let's say Mama Gaia decides that there's going to be a drought, they can actually make it rain to help the crops. It's going to benefit humanity, not destroy it. It'll be a gift. Okay. So I personally don't think you should manipulate anything that God made. I ain't boss. So they're going to flip it and use it for to the benefit of humanity. So, but they've got a little bit more cleanup to do. So let's pray that happens. Yeah, absolutely. Get rid of droughts. They'll use it for good. Okay, let's see. Are we getting there? Yeah, we only have, let me check the coffee page. I think we only have 6 more. We're getting there. Okay. Jojo McWill, what we got, love? Was Freya Marie attacked last night, and did I successfully, with the help of the divine, chase it off? You whooping somebody, huh? All right, let's see. All right, Wings wants me to change decks. And I have to remember to do Kim's question. It was an email question she sent to me. All right. Was Freya attacked last night? Did JoJo run it off? With the help of the divine. You know, JoJo, you could just say, did the divine run it off? Because you are divine. All right. You can just say, did we kick its butt? Oh, that's a portal card, darling. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yes. But with quick action, judgment was laid down. Now, this is divine protection. So, this is beautiful. Happy little baby. The moon. Dream state. Is she having nightmares too? Pay attention to her dreams. So, yeah, this is an absolute, it wears her down. She's not getting any sleep. Yeah. Well, there you go. There's your strong yes. Watch this little baby talking in her sleep. I get that maybe in the future, her dreams, that's how they're going to try to do it again. Increase prayers always. But yes, prayer and your words are very, very powerful. But that's a gift of the divine. Well done, my love. Yes. Okay. Hope and optimism. She's going through this phase right now. Let her go through it, but she's protected. This is beautiful. Hope and optimism for the future. I want you to pay attention to her dreams or pay attention to what she says. She may actually remember some of them. I know she's little. Pick up on little words or if she starts pointing and or saying certain things and see if it rings a bell. Okay. Get her to do her little prayers. Even the little ones can pray. Cimarex, are you redneck too, darling? All right. Well, bless your heart. And that was a good bless your heart. All right. We family. We're all related anyway, right? I'm kidding. All right. I have 4 ravens now. Is there a message? We're growing. All right. Let's see. Be representation of more protection, more healing. Marcy, Wings is showing me your mama. I wonder if this is Raven for mom. Curious to know. Yeah, well, okay, so we're split down the middle. You have ravens, now mama's got ravens. Okay, this one's for mama. Yeah, this is a gift. The animal world. You see all these pretty little animals? Yeah, that's a gift from the creator. Some for you, some for mom. This new one. Okay, there's the message. What is this message? Strong male energy coming in here, journeying. Someone maybe that has passed. Marcy, is this your dad? Has he passed? No worries. No worries. Unnecessary worry. Move forward with faith. Okay, with mama. I don't know how mobile she is, or I don't know. Does she have trouble being on her feet? It's almost like she's a fall risk or something can happen. It's almost like slow down. She's just got this get up and go attitude. Maybe she doesn't think twice about the foot getting her footing or things like that. Tell her to be a little more careful. But this is an extra raven of healing. This one's for your mom. So you have some, she has some. But I get that your dad is sending this raven. Okay. All right. But don't worry about her, but she just kind of needs to slow down. Maybe she's an older lady who maybe thinks she's 20. I don't know. A lot of times it's, you lose your footing and stuff like that. Just tell her to take a little more precaution. Have a great weekend, Remy. Okay.
See, Cimarex knows the difference between the bless your hearts. One is like, I can't deal with you, walk away from me. And the other one's like, I really love you and hope and wish you well. All right. We got 4 more, guys. JoJo, is the 17 cities listed going to have serious issues the next 48 hours? Well, we should always be on alert. Always keep your head on a swivel because we really don't know, but let's be specific. Really, this weekend, could there be issues in the 17, 19 cities? They keep changing the number. Will there be trouble? It is the blood moon, okay? And it's a full moon. And it makes people crazy. Or it's almost a full moon. I don't know. She was pretty bright last night. Evil doesn't like the light. So let's see. What do we got going on this weekend? Crazy? I don't really get this weekend. I think we might be looking a little bit further out. Yeah, this is in the future. The devil will do his work in the future. I don't think this weekend we're holding our own. We're doing pretty good. The energy's good spiritually. In the future, the asshole devil's back. Yeah. And they've got a plan. This is working together in the communities because they're hiring these people to do this stuff. I don't get this weekend's going to be rough. Don't get distracted. Don't let your guard down just because it says, nothing's going on this weekend. Don't let your guard down because you just don't know. This is future. Expected in the future. Okay. Yeah. They're going to be up to their old tricks. I want you to expect this in the next 3 weeks. Well, duh. That's the rest of the month. Lots of sadness, disappointment. Stuff's going to be happening. We're not going to be able to explain. Got lots of 3s in here. Which can always, when I read, it can always be 3 days or 3 hours, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. But we're focusing on this month. Really pay attention the rest of the month. Anything's possible. But I do not get this weekend that it's going to be bad. But don't let your guard down. Let's stay prayed up. Okay. Oh, hi, hubby. I see the hubby in here. You got to drive. Well, I didn't give you a list, and you can't drive. I'm going to pray for them little babies on the school bus. All right. I'll see you later. Stay out of trouble. All right. All right, Miss Colleen. What we got, love? I have seen very few birds over the past few weeks in my area. What happened to the birds? You want some? I'll send them to you. We have certain species of birds that seem to have disappeared. My cardinals and blue jays have seemed to just disappear. I have the nuthatches, the finches are still here, and my hummingbirds haven't left yet for the winter. But that's a great question. Do they know something we don't? Yeah, I haven't seen any robins. The common ones that would be in this area. The finches, the nuthatches. And do you know that they don't really fly? They're on the ground. I had 2 finches, it turned into 3 eventually, hopping up to one of my side entrance doors last night, yelling and screaming, looking right at me. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? And of course, I pulled cards, asked Wings, and he said it's a warning. About what? And it starts with this blood moon. What is going on with these birds? Energy frequency. What do we got? They know something's up. Okay, so in the past we've transitioned. This is almost Not just seasonal, like normal. It's a little too early for them to hunker down. Ooh, they get something too. All right. This is on guard, standing up. There's the frequencies. They can sense it. It's in the air. They're just on guard. Worry. They'll come out of it. They'll come out of it, but there's some kind of cycle system here that they sense something is changing. It's the wheel of fortune. Something has flipped energetically and they know it. So they're on guard and they've just made the decision. You know what? They're scared, like pull the cover over your heads. The birds are feeling it. Watch the whole animal kingdom and see if you don't see more of it. I always tell people, you want to know if something's coming, watch the animals, especially the birds. They sense everything, whether it's earthquakes, storms, you name it. So everybody be on alert. Okay. Thanks for coming. Welcome to the family, Cimarex. Come back anytime. All right. Miss Kathy, hi, honey. Is there a reason why my hands are so hot? Well, I'll give you the answer that is normally the answer when people ask that. It's usually because spirit, it's a healing thing. But let me pull cards. I'd be laying hands on somebody. Why don't you go over and grab a hold of Miss Patty and say you're healed? It's usually a healing thing, but let's see. It is. Miss Kathy, this is a gift. This is healing for people that are struggling. 10 of Wands, that's a lot of burden, beat down, tired, depressed. You have healing hands, Miss Kathy. You can renew them. God gave it to you. In the future, God's saying, I want you to lay hands on people. Will you go, Miss Thing? Yeah, looking into the future. God has given you a role to do for wow. The Empress. You can heal the earth, you can heal people. God has told you use them. This is a gift. So when you're praying over somebody, lay hands on them. I volunteer Miss Patty as the first victim. I mean, patient. Miss Kathy, congratulations. That's beautiful. We all have different gifts, and I absolutely encourage you, give it a try. If you know somebody that's not feeling well, or got some aches and pains or something, lay hands and say a prayer on them. That's beautiful. And I get that you can do this from a distance too, that you don't physically have to be there, that you can actually envision being there and using the energy from your hands, doing it from a distance. Good for you, darling. She'll be over later. Do it. Tell her I said so. Hold her down. Tell her you'll take Maggie away if she don't volunteer. Anyway, I love her. All right. But congratulations, Miss Kathy. That's beautiful. All right. Last question of the day. Sister Wyletta, what do we got? We start with Wyletta. We end with Wyletta. And then the Benadryl takes over. What we got? President, the leader of Poland met with President of the USA. I saw that. Anything good happening after this meeting, please and thank you. I tell you what I noticed. That guy seemed awful nervous. It's like a little kid in the principal's office. If I say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing, he's going to whoop me. He just seemed nervous to me. And I haven't seen all of it, but he's just very fidgety. I mean, I don't know. I guess if you're meeting the leader of the free world, it might seem a little intimidating. But if you're a leader of your country, I would think you'd be confident in that. Let's see. I would be highly respectful and shake the president's hand, but there's part of me that just gonna go, hey y'all, come on in. Have a sip of tea with us. Oh, he's sad. Oh, he's sad. Why is he sad? Oh, his secret's gonna come out. Oh, so Trump's putting him on display. Past secrets, actions that he has done. Yes, Boomer, I will be right there, banging on the door like Popo. Isn't he crazy? So this Poland leader has some history here. He's got some secrets. This guy was quite sad to be there. So new changes, new things are coming for Poland. This is beautiful. But not before they go through the ringer. You know that they always turn up the heat to get people to wake up a little bit more. Going to have to hang in there a little bit longer. The people, this is to get people to rise up. That Seven of Wands is always about standing up to a corrupt governmental system. I think this is what makes this guy sad. There is going to be conflict, riots. Absolutely, it's going to be chaotic in Poland. Poland's not the only one. We're going to have it here. We're going to have it everywhere, all over the world. This guy is not happy because he's not in control anymore. Basically, Trump's saying little by little, we're going to reveal all your little dirty secrets and everybody you've ever messed with, and this people, that how you've kept the people in a slave system and worn them out. And then you're going to reap the repercussions of it, buddy. He's not happy. But he's going to carry on his role until they practically hang him in the street. Well, Miss Wyletta, it's encouraging. Let's just pray for everybody involved. But it's necessary. You're so glad he's sad. Yeah. You're not supposed to weep for these people. Pray for your enemy, of course. I pray you get right with God. That's about as far as my prayers are going to go. But yeah. Poland will have a rebirth like all nations for a season. They will be okay. But you've got to wake the people up. The people are the plan all along. Truth's got to come out. And when they all realize what they've been doing to us in every nation, we're not doing it anymore. Oh, I better leave that on. I got to do Kim's question. So, no worries, Wyletta. It's just exposure. Trump's just bringing in all of them like one at a time. Come on in here. Let's shine a little light on your face, because it gets people to look up, who is this guy? And they start doing a little research and they just dig and dig and dig. All right. Now, Sister Kim had emailed me, and she lives out in Nevada, and she had asked a couple weeks ago at some point that all the internet, everything had shut down. I think she's in a doctor's office. I could be wrong. But she said there's a dental group in her area that just went down because they had a data breach. Is this going to keep happening? Nevada is a place that needs a lot of cleanup. So let's see. A data breach. So does that mean that they have access to everyone's personal medical records? It's going to keep happening. Okay, so they're chasing the money. They're chasing the money leaders. They're not really looking, yeah. There's more to this. It's not about finding people's personal information. They're calling it a data breach. We have to shut down today, so sorry. They're not looking for the people and the patient stuff. They're looking for the money laundering. So I get, yeah, Mr. T's put this order in. These are the good guys. Yes, it will continue to happen. Okay. Yeah. In the future. God's going to deal with them, darling. New information will be coming out. This is happily ever after. It's going to happen until they find the ringleaders who launders the money. So, Miss Kim, brace yourself. You may have lots of things shut down in different systems. Dental group 1 week, eye doctor the next week. If they're involved in this weird fuddy-duddy stuff, they're going to get caught. Okay? I agree, Skip. The divine creator is shine. Everything in darkness is going to be brought to light. And, if he does whatever he wants to do, whenever he wants to do it. But if he decides to take them out, he specifically tells us, don't you mourn for them. Okay. I pray for him, but I'm not going to be sad. We're going to have lots of hugs and comfort for everybody else who doesn't understand what's happening. We've been warned. It might take us a minute and be caught off guard and have a go, when it happens, whatever it is, but gather yourself and go, it's all right. God's got this. I heard a joke this morning. I'm going to leave you with a joke. You ready? It's a joke on my own people. If you can't make fun of your own people, you can't take a joke. Now, do you know why they can't solve redneck murders? You take a gander at that question. Why can't they ever solve redneck murders? Well, homicides and stuff. Well, that's because everybody's related and share the same DNA, and there's never any dental records. So, I'm just saying. All right. Hardy har har. With that note, laugh. I want you to have a beautiful, carefree, but head on a swivel weekend. I want you to do something fun. Be nice to yourself. All right. I will see you, unless we peanut butter. I will see you Monday morning for oracles, and then we'll come back here and we'll do some more questions. Okay? I love all of you. All right? Keep your spirits up. We're going to be all right. God loves you. Right? I do too. All right, guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Bye, y'all.